I also think we need to now do cross-country, right, which is a pretty exciting thing. Cross-country races kind of showcase all the new big cut, like the 4x4s, especially because we're like the verticality of the world. Oh, no, so we're going to the motorway now. Right, actually, that was a question that was asked earlier. Are we going to the motorway? All right, so we're going to head to the motorway now and kind of talk through a little bit more of the world as we're doing it. So what can other players expect from autumn?
So from autumn, you will be getting, like any other season, you'll get a lot of awesome content coming in. So you'll get, just miss one there on the minimap, but you'll get kind of specific events called out. These are like kind of seasonal championships. Something we'll go into more detail later. And you also get your kind of Forzathon as well, so that changes every week with the season. Never mind the fact that the whole world changes. The whole world is a completely like different driving experience.
We're also, I think we're going to get Ben in as well, because we're going to have 3 Bens. So, Mike, thank you very much for talking us through Forzathon. Really appreciate it. It's been like really interesting as well. We're going to get the 3rd Ben in, because this is the first time that 3 Bens have been united on us. So if we have Tree Ben, right? I feel like we need to have like nicknames like Tree Ben. I can just go with Benny and then you can have the real Ben.
All right, fine.
The real Ben.
I'll be the real Ben.
The real Ben.
That's going to stick now, forevermore.
What, real Ben?
Yeah, in the studio. That's what I'm going to call you.
So shall we, so motorways, right? Because we're heading up to the motorways now. It's really exciting for like me and someone from Britain to kind of see the blue signs.
Yes, right. They go really fast signs. So that there is something really eerie actually for a Brit going down this stretch of road, because it does feel very authentic, especially with all the average speed camera signs across the motorway, which is something that other British people will recognise. But obviously we're going to blast past those way faster than 60 miles an hour, which is something I've always wanted to do in real life, but obviously never do, because I'm a very responsible person.
So we've got all the kind of like the details on the motorway as well. Like, I feel bad every time I talk to you. I keep going back to trees. It's just my habit. It's like, oh right, that's the kind because autumn. It's obviously so different to what we saw in summer last week.
Sure.
So kind of using the trees as a basis. What kind of other changes are there in the world? Because you did promise us mud.
Oh yes, yeah. So actually, we're hightailing it down the motorway towards a 4x4 adventure park, which is in the game world, and it's a real sort of showcase for what we've been doing with deformable surfaces and deformable mud, especially. So yeah, so we're going to be showing off exactly how that changes up some of the driving experience there, as well as the visuals. As I said, everything that we're showing here when it comes to autumn, it's not just about visuals, it's about how we're changing up the actual driving experience in the world as well.
As it just starts to rain a little bit as well, because like there was barely any rain last week.
Yeah. It was very much a mirror of the weather outside, wasn't it, last week? And actually, I've been watching you guys from the back of the room. You actually had quite a lovely blue, clear autumnal day, but as you can see at the moment, we're starting to get some of that real-time weather conditions start to change and arguably be slightly more representative of a British autumn at the moment. So some of that mist is starting to roll in, and you're starting to get a bit more rain, and everything's a little bit wetter and a little bit slicker.
Right, so which event are we going into? I missed the event.
We are going to go into a race around the 4x4 park.
Right, should we see if we do a little like lap challenge? See Andy set a time, and then the Bens can go at it to see who can get the fastest lap.
Oh, don't do that. He'll win.
But don't have confidence in yourself. You are the tree man, right? It's not, I know the mud.
Yeah.
Wait, this just reminded me.
Yeah.
Soil.
Don't make me talk about soil, Helen.
Right, this is the level of detail there is in this game. It like blew my mind. Like you can tell the differences of quality of soil based on.
Yeah. So like before we go down that rabbit hole. So we do, like I said, we have like a piece of tech that finds out where water would be pooling in the world. So we sort of use that to translate to how much moisture would be in the ground and how healthy a tree might be. So a tree that is around a more moist area of the world might hold on to its greens for longer. So it'll be more green in autumn and less sort of like those autumnal colours starting to come through. So it's a nice little detail that we threw.
Nice little change.
Yeah.
And Mr. True Man says, can confirm Britain is muddy.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
That is definitely true.
And mud is fun.
Mud,
turns out. Yeah.
Well, it depends. Like if you're in a big 4x4, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You get stuck in some wellies, not so much.
Oh, I see. I think that is quite fun. on a level. But yeah, you're right. In a 4x4, it's more fun. It's more fun. Yeah.
Branko says, never been an off-road guy, but the mud looks awesome. I think that's the thing, you can go more into this, is the different styles of driving that you get in Horizon 4.
Yeah, so we've put loads and loads of work into the kind of like road, asphalt-based driving versus the kind of off-road stuff. So trophy trucks like this are even more effective at just driving in a ridiculous speed across uneven terrain in a straight line as fast as possible. The suspension work, you can see the wheels through the bodywork there at the back, just soaking up everything.
Should we take a look at a different view? Andy, should we have a look at Cockpit View so we can kind of see the mud? Oh. See?
So this is because I was talking about how good he was at the games.
Yeah, and then suddenly we asked for a cockpit change.
And this is why I did it.
It's all over the place. Yeah, so you can just see how much kind of the car is soaking up all the terrain. But then take this onto the road and, you know, it starts to kind of understeer a bit, it's got a bit less grip, whereas a hypercar on the road is absolutely perfect. And maybe they weren't as affected, hypercars going off-road kind of in the past, but now in Horizon 4 we've really started to like push it a bit, so the differences between the differences between the cars are enhanced, which means you really start to, especially with the ability to change car anywhere in the world, you really start to notice the advantages of driving. I wouldn't say the right car, because you can have fun anywhere you drive in any car. Don't get me wrong, driving a hypercar in this race is still very much a fun thing to do, but it's probably more effective if you're going for, say, the fastest time or something like that, to be in a car that's kind of built for these environments.
But you can kind of have a different choice of car, a different experience, which is really cool. Also, another question. Why did Ben choose red flags for the race?
Oh, man. Right, OK. So, so on the subject of developer builds, there is a bug in this particular build of the game that has given us these lovely red balloons and red flags, which isn't, it wasn't a... That wasn't an art choice, no.
I never normally question colours.
Do you like that shade of red?
I don't know, I can't see it.
Well, do you know what, we're going to change anyway, so... but yes, yeah, that's development builds for you.
Right, so what was that time? What was that time? I feel like Ben and Ben should all have one lap each, right, to kind of see who is the, as we come up to the end of the stream.
Absolutely. Can I go last?
Yeah, fine.
Is that fine?